as you can see, I have another motorcycle, and this is the one that doesn't get enough attention. Hey guys, my name's Mason, and welcome back to another episode of Misplaced Garage. This is my 1970 Yamaha Ct1 175. This has been an amazing motorcycle. I have beaten this motorcycle up a whole bunch. We've ridden it a lot, and the last time we rode it, it was running fantastic. And then when I went to clean it up and start it and put it away, it wouldn't run whatsoever. I don't know why, so we're gonna find out today. I'm gonna go ahead and start by just popping out the spark plug. As you can see, we're getting spark. That most likely is not the issue. It could be at a time, but I highly doubt it. We're gonna leave that spark plug in there. So I do know that this bike has 0 gas in it, so that's a start from a problem, but I need to verify that the carburetor is actually in good condition, which it doesn't look very good because it's kind of covered in sawdust. Man, that did not want to come off, did it? So fun fact about this motorcycle is this one actually has a high compression head on it. So it actually puts out some good pep. This is just a little 175, but it goes pretty darn good. Top speed isn't all the way there, but man, does it have plenty of torque. It'll pop the tire off the ground in second gear. This is a really cool motorcycle because it's period correct aftermarket stuff, and it's just been an absolute riot of a bike. I'm gonna pop this air filter off. It's a little on the dirty side, but it is still oiled, so that it's a little bit of a good sign. If you guys remember, I used to have a gold Yamaha, and that was pretty much the same motorcycle as this one, but I wanted a 250, so I ended up buying that orange Suzuki, and since then I've been extremely happy. This is a pilot jet. If you guys have ever seen one, it comes out of this little orifice right there. This is what controls your idle and your pretty much off idle acceleration. So this is how much gas gets put into the engine. And as you guys can see, if I can get it aligned with the light, you can't actually see through that. So that means it is clogged. So let's see if I can show you guys how it's supposed to look now. Maybe if I can get the light to line up. Yeah, like that. That's how it's supposed to look. You can actually see through it. I say that looks pretty clean for the most part. It's not perfect. I should throw it in the dunk tank, but I would like to get this bike running. So we're gonna see if that is the problem. I'm more than likely guessing that that's the problem, but we'll see. Dang dumb me. Didn't put the air filter back on, but that's okay. It's on now. And if you're wondering why I have a aftermarket pod filter, it's because this motorcycle did not come with an air box, and I have yet to source one. So for now, it works. So now that I got the carburetor back on there, that should help the motorcycle run. But this throttle is a little bit stiff, so I'd like to do something about that. Along with this clutch, we had some problems with it. I replaced the clutch in this motorcycle, but for some reason it eventually just kind of sticks and it gets really heavy, and it's something to do over here. This little I don't know what you actually call it, but this part needs a little bit of lubrication because it gets stuck, and you can actually see it in there once I take that cover off, that it doesn't really, or it binds up a little bit, and it's just overall not happy. Get this side cover off. I'm gonna check out what's going on. That bottom one doesn't even have a screw in it. Great. That must have vibrated out. So this is what I'm talking about. This little part right here, it spins and it sends the shaft in, or shaft goes all the way through to the other side where the clutch is at, but this just, it won't stay lubricated for some reason. So I've put oil in there, I've put WD-40, I've put PV Blaster, but I have this engine assembly lube that I don't think will get hot and evaporate. So let's give this stuff a shot. It's just such a weird problem I've never had before. This is probably the wrong lubricant to use, but we're here now, and it's gonna work. Oh yeah, so this clutch is way softer now. I think that engine assembly lube is gonna work its way in there a little bit. Hopefully keep that nice and lubricated. I also lubricated the cable to the throttle because this was a little sticky, but it's a little bit better now. It's an old motorcycle, so it's not gonna be mint and perfect, but better than it was. So it appears I've lost brake light once again, because when I go to turn this guy on, I get the neutral light, but I don't get a rear brake light. I had this working for a brief period in time, but now it's not working again, so let's check out what's going on. Good thing I didn't fuel up the gas tank, because I can just take it off at this very moment. Turn the battery out for a second. And I believe what happened last time was one of these connections just was disconnected. Let's stick this back on. Oh, and now it's working again. How does that work? There must be a loose connection in there. Let me go see what's going on. But I'm gonna stick this on first so then I can see if it's red or not. It's hard to see the light bulb from in front of it when the cover's not on. Nothing like 6-volt wiring gremlins. I actually don't mind automotive wiring. It's actually pretty darn easy once you figure out and get the hang of things. It's not too bad. I rewired that entire car that you guys are actually sitting on. Put the camera on top of the Triumph, so if you want to take a look at that, this car has been completely rewired from the ground up. So I'll leave a link in the video if you guys want to check that out. Well, I guess I'm gonna leave it for now and see if it keeps staying on. I feel like it might be this ignition switch. Oh, you know what? Long time ago, I actually resoldered a connection in there, which I believe was to the lights. So that's probably what's going on. This ignition switch is probably starting to give out. Does the actuator work? Either way, we have a light bulb, so that's like 90%. Ah, it does. Check that out. The actuator actually works. And as always, guys, put ethanol free in your old motorcycles. Don't be dumb like me. I'll leave a link to the video, but I pretty much destroyed the gas tank on that 1973 TS250 over there, so if you want to check that video out, I'll leave a link, but ethanol free from now on. And one more thing I gotta do to this bike before I go ride it is the kickstand whole apparatus is just loosey-goosey. Look at that. So yeah, this bolt down here is actually a little loose, so we're gonna tighten it up a hair. So that might actually be the problem. We're just straight up missing a bolt there. So another one of those things, this bike just vibrates so much, bolts literally just back out on their own. Probably need to start putting a little more Loctite on stuff. Let's go see if I can get this sucker fired up. I don't know, I'm thinking 5 kicks, maybe 6 kicks. I'm going with 6. We're going with 6 kicks. Let's see if we can make it happen. We can do here. Do I get compression kicks? I guess I get compression kicks. We're gonna do it. They count. Or they don't count. 1. That's a compression kick. 2. 3. bike's running phenomenal again. I actually just took it around. I had to adjust the clutch a little bit because in the top end, the clutch would just start slipping, but it runs fantastic now. I did notice I don't have a headlight, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. This is a working headlight, so the wiring on the bike is no good. So I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that. But other than that, this bike's awesome. Anyways, if you like the video, you enjoy seeing me work on these old motorcycles, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.